that's where we are in the draw. The winner of this to meet the winner of our next match, Thiago Zeboc-Vuc against Yannick Hanfmann, the guy from Germany. He's on a protected ranking. So those are the two matches in the afternoon session. Both of them promise to be close ones. So let's have a look at the players in detail. Martínez, 24 years of age, ranked 72 in the world, a high of 58. That was in October of last year. His debut in Santiago, looking for his first tour level quarter-final of the year. But 4 times he's got through to the second round. He's consistent, but he just hasn't had the breakthrough this year.
Not quite yet, has he? I mean, it's been a good couple of years for him. He's pushed his ranking up. He's been doing well at challenges, but then made that step into starting to win more matches at tour level.
Yes, no titles to his credit, but he has got to a final in Kitzbühel last year. And it was there that he had his biggest win against Roberto Bautista Agut en route to the final. He's been in 6 challenger finals, won a couple of them, Marbella in 2020 and Sevilla last year. 5 of his 6 challenger finals have come on clay in Spain, so he's on the right surface, if a few miles from home.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
He had a good win in the Australian Open where he beat Federico Del Bonis before losing to Christian Garin, who we're going to see tonight. But, he took him to 5 sets. Jaume Munar, ranked 93. He's been as high as 52 in the world. A brilliant junior. Got to the final of Roland Garros boys singles. He was number 3 in the world as a junior. Hasn't quite made the impact as a senior. From Mallorca, trains at the Nadal Academy. Got to the final in Marbella last year, where he beat Carlos Alcaraz, which was a huge achievement, before losing to Carreño Busta.
Had a good week there. Back and making the final of the Challenger as well in Marbella. I think a little bit of expectation on his shoulders because he made a bit of a mark. Came out of the juniors, but just struggled to really push through. Did train when he was younger in Barcelona, but I think pleased to be back home and training at the Nadal Academy. Talked about Nadal being a real help to him, helped mentor him, and Tony Nadal as well does get on court with him when he is training at the academy.
30 segundos, 30 seconds.
Third time in Santiago for Munar. Lost in the first round the last couple of years. So no meeting on the main tour, but it's 2-1 Martínez in lesser tournaments. He won the match in their futures event in Spain, 7-6, 6-3. That was in 2016. Then later in the year, also in Spain, won a futures event. Well, Munar won a futures event, 6-1, 7-5. And then in Marbella in 2020, it was Martínez who won 7-6, 6-2. But as you say, they know each other's games really well.
Yeah, grew up with each other, and Munar, as you mentioned, such a good junior career.
There's the Martínez camp. Gerard Granellas, the brother of Marcel, on the left there. So the first match here of the day. 4 matches, all second rounds. Martínez looking for his first tour level quarter-final of the year. Munar did get to the quarter-final in the warm-up tournament for the Australian Open in Melbourne. First match of the tournament for Martínez. Munar beat Daniel Elahi Galan of Colombia in the first round pretty comfortably, 6-1, 6-3, so he's pretty much match tight.
Servicio Jaume Munar.
So it will be Munar to start.
Ready? Play.
Both similar in a way in how they play, move well around the court, particularly on the clay, comfortable on this surface. We've been looking to try and use their forehands.
I'm not close bedfellows with fashion, but not mad about those shorts.
I was thinking the same.
Seven. 4 love. Cuarenta 15. 40-15.
Yeah, very comfortable at the net. First time he's taken the initiative here, and he did it impressively.
He did, and it's quick to see the opportunity to lean over that backhand and get forward.
40-30.
And we'll look to try and get forward as much as possible. Shifted his body out of the way there to take the pace off the ball on the volley. Great point.
Juego Munar. Primer juego.
Interesting, isn't it? He trains at the Nadal Academy, as you say. He looks up to him in so many ways. His pace is slow, like Rafa's, isn't it? Not in the points, but between the points.
Just walking around, taking his time.
Preparing to serve, so methodical. Gustavo Moraccio, who's the coach of Jaume Munar.
Based at the Nadal Academy. I think in some ways Just try and calm himself down. He's nicknamed Jimbo when he was training in Barcelona. It's a fiery temperament after Jimmy Connors. He says himself he is a little calmer these days.
Certainly looks it.
Al servicio Pedro Martínez. Quince 0. 15 love. Quince iguales.
Missed it that time, but he looks comfortable at the net.
Gets forward a lot, and I mean he's shown that he can play on all surfaces. Third round of Wimbledon. Good win over Monfils there, losing to Garin. Didn't actually need to go quite as deep with the volley. Short volley would have done the job.
Was he a bit impatient there?
I think it was on. I mean, he just didn't get the contact point right. Didn't actually need to go quite as close to the line. Maybe aware that Martínez is probably going to look to try and take the initiative, trying to get in there first.
Iguales. Pedro.
Yeah, just a bit too much air under the ball from Martínez.
Gave Munar that extra bit of time to be able to track it down.
30-40.
Just didn't quite close the net down enough there, Martínez. You know, finding the perfect angle.
Beautiful. Got great hand skills.
He has.
Iguales. Deuce.
I think he's having a word with the linesman about the foot fault.
Never ever footballed before.
That's one thing that really does frustrate the players.
Strong play.
Ventaja Martínez.
Really good defence from Munar. Making a really tricky volley from Martínez.
We did. He's able to just get enough on it. Martínez hadn't quite got himself close enough to the net.
Well up.
Ventaja Martínez.
Great change up here. Decent serve and just steadies himself just to make sure.
"6'1", but somehow looks taller. There's only an inch difference, but it seems more than that out there.
Iguales.
He's really having to work for this.
He's not happy about the court. It's been the case all week. Players have felt that it's a little soft.
It's the footing behind the baseline mostly. Huh?
Yeah, and it can be difficult to actually slide. You get stuck in the court and then you start hesitating. I think at the change of ends, the court maintenance crew will be on.
We might have to wait a while, the way this game's going.
Yeah.
Well played. Meaty stroke.
Great change up.
Ventaja
You're not
Martínez.
expecting it to go cross court.
Super shot. Probing slice from Martínez, but it didn't look too clever the way it came back.
Deuce.
Handled the change of pace really well, quick onto it. No issues at all.
Just checking, but he can't see anything he wants to see.
Martínez.
Oh yeah.
Martínez.
Excellent. Munar testing the volley there, and he came up with the goods. So he saves the break point, and it is 1 each.
We certainly had to work hard there. Seen straight away any opportunity to get forward, he looks to take it.
Seven. Fifteen off.
First ace.
Touch love. Zero. Force love. Juego Munar.
Yeah, holding serve a lot more comfortably than Martínez.
Munar gana 2 juegos a 1.
So Munar nips out to a 2-1 lead in this opening set. And here come the restoration committee.
They've been busy this week.
Probably the rain yesterday didn't help.
Certainly wouldn't have. I think just there's a few patches where it is very soft. Saw last night a bit of a hole at the back of the court to come on and shift the clay around, try and bed it down. It's difficult with the way these players move around the court. It's not easy to fix them, particularly if there is soft patches.
So a comfortable service game for Munar. See if he can put the same kind of pressure on Martínez as he did in his compatriot's opening service game.
Tiempo.
Much more the traditionalists clay court player, isn't he, Munar, than Martínez, who does come forward quite a bit.
He gets forward a lot, doesn't he? Both pretty aggressive, though, the way that they hit the ball from the back of the court. There's good work off the forehand wing. Lean on the backhand a little more. Both use the backhand up the line particularly well.
Seven. 15 love.
A rally of attrition. By and large, drop shots have worked really well this week, haven't they?
They have.
37.
Slightly heavier conditions. Around the net, the ball doesn't bounce up that high. That was a good touch, and the fact that he just followed in behind the ball as well. Able to make sure it found its target.
Well, that was good too. Munar taking a leaf out of the Martínez playbook.
30-15.
Great drive into the corner to set it up, but a super volley.
Well, it was, because it was an awkward ball to deal with. I thought Martínez had done a really good job.
Yeah, clever. Looked like he was going to go down the line. Now split second, whips it across and gets what he wants.
40-15.
It did. Great play, though.
40-15.
Real success when coming to the net.
Out. Juego. Martínez. Sí.
Just obliging by showing where the ball landed.
2 games over.
2 games each. More comfortable hold there for Martínez. left much behind with that forehand.
Love 15.
A couple of unforced errors from Munar. And the pressure on for the first time on his serve.
Martínez read the drop shot, so even if it had gone over, I think he would have dealt with it. Seen too many errors from Munar so far.
Suddenly they're coming thick and fast. 3 in this game, and here are 3 break points for Martínez.
Didn't really see this coming. Loose game from Munar.
There's one back.
15-40. 15-40.
It was a really good slice, wasn't it? A real teaser and a tester. And for once, Munar couldn't deal with it. And there's the break for Martínez. Really got himself out of jail at that point.
He did. Again, his awareness of where to put the ball and how. Took all the pace off it, got it to just dip down towards Munar's feet, but it was a bit of a bonus game, wasn't it? It has to be said. The errors there from Munar. He's quite aware of everything that's going on, isn't he?
Absolutely. He wants things his way.
Remember, it's his opening match. Take a bit of time to settle in. Different conditions here than they were in Rio.
Preparing for this, I'm sure they'd have thought this is going to be a lengthy encounter. So any freebies, and he got 3 freebies in that last game. Very well received. Yeah.
Real bonus for him. Able to get the first breakthrough.
Tiempo.
Really good mover for a big man. I mean, he's built 6'1" and built to match.
Yeah, he covers the court well, and say on all surfaces.
got close to breaking Martínez in the opening game. See if we can put some pressure on here. It's close. Would have felt good off the racket.
I think so. This could well be in.
Yep.
That was a bit mean, wasn't it? He wiped it out just as the umpire had got there.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. So the point replayed.
Senhoras e senhores, a pelota foi buena, repetimos o ponto. Primeiro serviço.
Right into the corner.
He's used that play a few
15
times
over.
where he's gone out wide and then looked to come forward. Another decent serve.
30-0. Third love.
I think the players might sue the people who are doing the speed gun, because
We're not sure, are we, how accurate it is.
it does seem to be low a lot of the time. And yet yesterday we suddenly a serve emerged at 226 or something. But generally it's recording lower than we've seen almost anywhere else.
Quarenta 15. 40-15. Martínez.
Yeah, another error from Munar, and too many of the rallies are ending rather like that. And Martínez strengthens his lead. He's won the last 3 games.
Leads by 4 games to 2. 15.
Still struggling to find the court.
Jugadores listos, por favor.
Yeah, terrific forehand into the corner.
15 iguales. 15 all.
Perfect move after aware that Martínez was in trouble.
Treinta, 15. 30-15.
Yeah, really confident to take that out of the air.
It's a bit of a strange return, really.
40, 15.
I think he was trying to get it a little
40,
deeper.
15. Juego Munar.
Yeah, much better from Munar. What a contrast that service game was from the last, but it's the last that might be the most important, because he's a breakdown, 4-3. Yeah, when he plays like that, he does look someone to have to contend with.
Definitely did well there just to rein things in, having missed by some way in the opening point.
Must have been a little frustrating in recent years, because he was a brilliant junior, as we say, got to the final of the boys singles, ranked 3 in the world. And you wouldn't think it's a lack of hard work, but it hasn't really happened in the way a lot of people thought.
It can be tough, can't it? You've got that expectation of making that transition. It isn't an easy one. You know, you've done a lot of winning as a junior, and then you're having to play your way through futures and challenges. You've had a few opportunities with some wild cards. You sometimes have some quick success, but then you've got to have that consistency week in, week out.
Yeah, he's not as particular with the bottles as Rafa, but he takes a few sips, that's for sure.
A few going on.
Tiempo.
Well, he threatened the Martínez serve in the Spaniard's opening service game, but not since. New balls.
Jugadores listos. Sí. 15-0.
Munar pressing, but again a mistake.
We'd created the opportunity with the backhand up the line. Slightly shorter reply.
Yeah, took the power comfortably there, Martínez.
We sent it back quickly and seemed to take Munar by surprise.
30 love.
Close, a miss hit, but was it wide?
I think so. Confirmed by the umpire, it was a good serve. A lot of movement on it.
40-0, 40 love. Juego Martínez.
Again, forcing Martínez way back. You see where he hit that. Another error.
Martínez gana 5.
And Martínez goes to within a game of this opening set.
He leads 5 games to 3.
Good serving. Done a better job on serve overall. He's been able to get some quicker points, which can help you get those free points off the serve. So a little more relaxed.
It was a tricky volley. He probably felt he was going to be able to control it.
Just didn't seem to quite steady himself as he came forward there. Just too heavy-handed with it. He was trying to take the pace off and play a delicate drop volley. Not sure what he said to the umpire there. Happy about something.
Quick to take that opportunity.
15 iguales.
Great play.
15 all.
Martínez didn't have too much time to try and get the ball past Munar.
Treinta, 15. 30-15. Senhoras e senhores, pouco de silêncio. Jogadores listos. Gracias.
That's what
30
is
iguales.
making life so tough for him.
There's been a few too many of those, hasn't there?
30.
Balls that he would expect to make, that he's done a good job getting another well-placed serve.
Excellent depth. And it's given him break point and set point.
30-40.
Another one that's close.
Really close.
Deuce.
Oh, well played. Didn't really catch the drive volley as well as he hoped. What a fine finish.
Munar.
Dropped really quickly, didn't it? So, I mean, the contact point was a lot lower than he would have wanted, but he did so well there. Quick to anticipate where Martínez was going to go. Great volley.
Munar.
Munar's second ace. An impressive way to finish the game. Let's see if he can carry that forward into the next game.
Leads 5 games to 4.
Because we saw the very best of Munar in those last couple of points.
We did. It's just been a few too many errors, particularly off the forehand, when he's actually had an opportunity to get onto it. And that game that he got broken, there were 3 errors thrown in there. It's just been at times too patchy. But some excellent tennis there to get himself out of trouble, save the set point. It's the least he can do, really, having been broken. Just ask Martínez to have to serve it out.
Just had the one break point against him in the his opening service game. Be keen to get off to a lead in this next game here as he serves for the set. So one really sloppy game from Munar divides them. But signs in the last game that he was really getting it together.
Tiempo.
Does he feel the extra pressure here? Can Munar put him under more?
Good plays, mixed those options up well. We've seen him look to serve volleys, also taken advantage of the space, but a couple of times he's gone back in behind Munar.
Socks generally have got shorter and shorter, not for Martínez.
No, they're long ones.
Old school.
15 iguales.
Munar did really well there just to be able to put the return back into play. It jumped up very high off the court.
Whoa.
15.
Totally unexpected. Kind of error that Munar's been making, not Martínez.
He's not faltered at all at the net.
Was that scoreboard pressure?
I think so, and maybe just a lapse in concentration there. He felt like it was an easy put away. Take quite enough care.
Gracias, señores. Jugadores listos.
Has been aware of the noises around the court, hasn't he?
Yeah, that time the volley didn't cut it at all.
It's the wrong shot selection there. I mean, he'd done all the work with the serve, and then this needed to be crunched away.
15-40.
He just lets it drop, chooses to play the drop volley, and he didn't play it particularly well. Deep in the court, comfortable for Munar.
So a couple of breakback points. Not out of one on break points so far. Yeah. Real courage there, having messed up the previous drop shot.
I wasn't sure when he shaped up to play it how he was going to get on, but the touch was there.
Poco de silencio en la área VIP, por favor. Arriba. Gracias.
Excellent rally from Martínez, probably the rally of the match.
Great play, given the scoreline as well. I mean, it was a really good change-up with the slice backhand, because I think Munar thought that it was going to be a drop shot. Couldn't quite get enough on the response, and how was that backhand up the line? Flattened that out, placed to perfection. Pretty similar in terms of points won behind the first serve. Big difference behind the second. Martínez doing a better job.
Gracias, señores. Está atrapalhando el partido, por favor.
Troubles with so few spectators, any noise is picked up.
It is, and you're spotted.
Not quite. Had to really change his stance, didn't he, for that volley? But it worked a treat.
It was a brilliant volley because it was a very difficult ball to deal with. Didn't have a lot of pace on it. It was dipping down at his feet.
So, set point.
Iguales.
Yeah, he was distracted again. But the trouble is he's easily distracted.
Well, he is, and I think once you get it in your head, you're then almost looking for it. Second double there. And having got through his last few service games quite comfortably, he's finding this one much tougher.
Munar.
So, another break point. Got away with that because that second shot could have landed anywhere.
Couldn't it? And Munar again doing well with the return, but that one there came right off the line, and Munar couldn't do too much with it. A short reply. He knows that he got away with that.
Martínez.
Such a big opportunity there.
Esperar la conclusión do ponto para bater palmas. Gracias.
Well, maybe it did interfere with his concentration, but he had a real chance there for another break point.
We did. I mean, it wasn't a great drop volley again. And I think a combination of Martínez been a little heavy-handed, but Munar as well, expecting it. But he wasn't happy at all with the noise from the crowd. It's in both of their heads now.
Martínez really suffering. Can he get over the line here in this opening set? Third set point. He gets there. Neither particularly happy, but he'll be content that he's just scraped through this. Nothing much between them. But in the end, that break in the fifth game did prove decisive.
Oh, that was a struggle for him. He would be really pleased to have been able to finally close it out, but he had to work hard there, and it wasn't the best game. A few shockers by his standards, some of the misses. It's the serving numbers, and I guess the one that stands out is Munar in trouble behind his second serve. Martínez doing a better job in that department, and a little more successful behind his first as well, but it was really about the break points. Munar certainly had his opportunities. He was first to get the break points, but unable to convert any of the four that he created.
So the first set in exactly an hour. Paper thin, the margin between them. Just that one break, that really shoddy game in the fifth game when Munar made those three unforced errors early on. That's been the difference, really.
Well, it has, and it came out of nowhere because saw he was the one that got the opportunities first, and then those opportunities again to level things up. He'll be frustrated with that. Martínez will know that perhaps got a little lucky. Just needs to tighten up in a few areas.
He orchestrates the people around him.
We does. I was just looking, unsure what he was asking for there. I mean, he has been distracted. He's been the one that's asked the umpire just the crowd to quieten down, but towards the end there, I think, because he was asking, then Munar started to notice it himself, and he got really frustrated.
Some of the images from the opening set. Huge relief at taking that opening set, but maybe he will relax now and show us the kind of form that he was producing through most of it, where he hardly made any errors. He looked right on top of his game, but that wasn't happening at the end there.
It wasn't quite as sharp at the net.
So Munar has left the court.
He certainly must be frustrated with that opening set, having had those opportunities, and again it was key moments where he made some errors. But at times both of them have played some really good tennis. Aggressive play from the back of the court and when coming forward.
Both 24, both turned pro in teenage years. Munar turned pro a couple of years before Martínez. He really was picked out as someone who could really do things. Still may. His career just stalling. Ranking of 93 at the moment. He's better than that. Just checking out his footing here. I don't think he's particularly thrilled, Martínez.
He just kicked a bit of a hole in the back of the court. Does seem to be behind the baseline. There's a few soft patches. Having just watered it, maybe have to wait a little longer for it to dry out.
Segundo set.
So Munar, who started the first set, starts the second. Well done. Sneaky little move forward. I was surprised at that one.
We felt that it was the right ball to take on. I didn't really quite done enough with the approach shot, but it was a strange decision from Martínez. Not sure what he was trying to do. I presume the lob. Didn't get much height on it.
Again, did he feel the footing was faulty?
We did. He didn't feel he can slide into the shot. I mean, you can see it is quite damp.
One or two strange choices from Martínez in this opening game, the second set. I think he's still distracted by
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's not the crowd, it's the court.
That's comfortably his worst game he's played in the match, and Munar says thanks a bunch and has a love hold.
First game, second set.
And, I think he's a little fortunate that his aberrations happen on the Munar serve, whereas Munar, when he had his lousy game, it cost him the set, really.
It did, totally. That was a much better game from him. I mean, he's played some really good tennis. There's just been those few moments where he's missed balls that he would expect to make. First game was an aggressive one, though. Certainly trying to get forward behind the forehand. The opportunity's there. To know where the sixth ball is. They've lost one. They're going to try and match up.
He's not happy with that
No.
one.
This could take some time. He's looking for a nice, fresh one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Let's play.
Munar wasn't interested in checking.
A little bit of extra oomph behind that double-hander.
He does hit it well. Gets good depth on it. It's a flatter strike, so it actually goes through the court more. So takes time away from Munar.
played some really good drop shots, but that wasn't one of them.
Touch seems to have deserted him.
15 iguales.
Last sort of 15 minutes or so. I mean, there's so much airtime there. I mean, he knows he's in trouble. He's trying to backpedal. But that sat up perfectly for Munar. Able to get over the top of it.
Primero servicio.
So many distractions.
Trenta 15. 30-15.
Well, he gave it away. I don't think he'd have made anything of it if he'd gone for it, but
30.
Was expecting it to go cross court. He didn't read that at all.
Munar really threatening here. Martínez really needs a cheap first serve. So here's a chance now. Break point for Jaume Munar.
30-40.
Not out of 4 on break points so far.
Iguales.
And there's the cheap point. Boy, what a time to serve his first ace of the match.
Deuce.
Great serve. I mean, it's not the paciest serve, but he does do a good job of getting it close to the lines. And that had a lot of kick on it, the angle he was able to create.
Ventaja Martínez.
I can't believe it, it's hit another line. Although he's maybe thinking it was long. It's too
Yeah,
late now.
I think so. Great swordsmanship. Got there in the end.
I don't think you can believe it. I mean, both of them had opportunities to put it away.
Munar had a really easy high volley, didn't he?
He did. Didn't get enough on it. Couldn't finish it off. And again, Martínez able to scrape through his service game. More break points have been and gone for Munar.
Nice. Quick thinking, lovely execution.
15-0.
It's good disguise on it, and it just sits up here, gives him a little more time to think about it. Martínez probably thinking he was going to hit through that, so body weight moving backwards, more defensive position.
Yeah. Very good job. At the moment, he's playing the better tennis.
He is.
30-0.
It's been patchy from both. But Munar at the moment is the one that's controlling the points more, taking the initiative.
Third ace.
4-love.
Oh, no.
Juego Munar.
Some strange shot making and shot choices from Martínez at the moment. And a comfortable hold for Jaume Munar.
¿Por qué no hay reloj en la pista? No. Hay reloj, pero el tiempo total del partido, digo. ¿Cuándo vamos? Perdón, siempre en el marcador abajo. Bueno, ¿cuándo vamos?
La segunda jornada comienza a las 19 horas.
Seems quite relaxed about things. Wouldn't say he's got control of this match, but he's got the upper hand at the moment.
Well, he has. It was similar at the start of the match. Got those break points, and he then just threw in that poor service game, put him behind. And it's the key moments where he has struggled, still not been able to convert the break points. But he's definitely playing better tennis. Martínez's level has dropped off.
So just the one service break so far. Errors from Munar in that fifth game. Martínez taking it and going on to take the opening set. But he's hardly kicked on since then. Seems like he is distracted by the surface. Making one or two errors. So one of those is going off to the stringers.
Tiempo. Zero 15. Love 15. Momento.
Well played. His own worst enemy there, Munar.
He was. Once again, it was a really good move forward, maybe overplaying the drop volley, and it wasn't actually too far for Martínez to have to track it down, just whipping round the outside of the ball to drag it back into play.
His drop shots are getting worse and worse.
They are. I mean, I thought he might have just about got away with it.
15-30.
Not able to dig it up. I mean, put himself in a good position, would have backed himself to make that volley.
That time it worked. Really good serve. Right into the corner, taking him out downtown.
30 iguales.
He tends to use that one the majority of the time. He does stand quite wide. And he was quick to see how good it was. Pushed forward. Holding your breath a little at the moment when he looks to play the drop volley or the drop shot.
Oh, yeah. Turned on the turbo with that forehand.
Good injection of pace.
30. 40-30.
Do you feel like he's clinging on? Percentages have dropped off for him in this second set. Both departments.
Yeah.
Martínez.
Knifed that volley. That would have felt good.
2 iguales.
Excellent serving, got himself out of trouble.
Well, it did. And that was a smart volley, because I think Munar was on his way forward. He was expecting the drop volley again. Time to change it up. It'd be worth using that tactic a little more often.
No break point in that game, but again threatening, but again coming up with nothing.
Wonder if that'll start to play on his mind.
Oh, another complaint now, he got stuck in the mud there.
15-0.
It's that area, you can see it's a little darker, so it's damp. He was trying to change direction and, well, the foot got stuck once more.
Danger is it might cause injury.
Definitely. I mean, there's nothing worse when you go to slide. I mean, you've got all the force of your body going into that slide. You get your foot stuck. And then the trouble is, which it seemed they hesitated slightly, you're aware of it, so your movement doesn't flow as well.
Trenta, 15. 30-15.
Good finish.
40-15.
I think the sensible thing for Munar at the moment is to direct a lot of balls that way.
Juego Munar.
And he does so again. Really ripped that second shot.
Munar gana 3-2.
And again, he's in front in this second set.
3-2.
Playing pretty well. Just got to be patient. See if he can carve out another chance and this time take it.
Well, that's the thing, and it was an impressive game from him, because you might have thought that he would have shown some frustration, the fact that he hasn't been able to get a breakthrough. He's playing the better tennis at the moment and will be well aware Martínez is a little distracted. Played as well as we saw in patches in the opening set, and obviously got off to a slightly slower start, had to face the break points, but from then on in played really well until he tried to close it out. Next few games are going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's a real test of character for Jaume Munar. Dealing with the lack of success when the opportunities have come. Got to keep probing away. Maybe in this game coming up he can make the breakthrough.
I think that's what he's got to focus on, is the fact that he's been putting pressure on Martínez, even though he hasn't been able to take it yet. Keep with the same aggressive mindset.
Seven. 15 love. Jugadores listos, por favor, un poco de silencio. Net, primeiro serviço. 30-0.
Serving better now, Martínez. And
Touch love.
that is serving him well. What's been a difficult set for him.
Well, it has. It does favour the wide serve on both sides. Just allows him to open up the court.
Net primeiro serviço. Out. 30-15.
Yeah, call from the chair by umpire Maya.
30-15. Quarenta, 15. 40-15.
Another great point from Munar. And Martínez does level up again. But he's having no joy on the Munar serve.
3 games over.
So far in this set, Munar's dropped just 1 point in his 3 service games. 1 point behind his first serve. He's 100% behind the second.
It's been clinical. I guess we've got to remember what happened in the opening set, where he looked to be holding comfortably and then just chucked in a really poor service game. So he needs to just make sure he keeps his focus here.
So new balls. Well played. Great return. Good follow-up. Pressure on.
0-15.
Well, having had a quick service game, he's maybe feeling a little looser here. That's a great opening point from him.
Doesn't take the pace off there, Martínez.
We did, after another good return. He felt that he was in a good position, but
15 all.
racket speed seemed to slow down and didn't have a lot of pace on his shots. Got too close to that last ball, causing the error.
Quince, 30. 15, 30.
Munar dealing with the slice very comfortably, forcing the error out of Martínez.
30 iguales.
Forehand was certainly on then.
Pedro. Forty 30.
Yeah, really good forcing play from Martínez. Excellent depth.
Well, that was the key. I mean, that shot there, you know, off balance, couldn't get much on his reply, and a chance there for Martínez. Didn't hesitate at all. Struggling to find many first serves here. Lucky there.
Ventaja Martínez.
I can't believe it.
It could be very costly. Break point.
Iguales.
What a time to serve his fourth ace.
Well, given the fact that he hasn't actually made many first serves in this game, he stepped up there.
Well left.
Ventaja.
He'd have been
Munar.
stranded if it did find its way in.
Iguales. Deuce.
Oh.
Ventaja Martínez.
Another chance for Pedro Martínez.
Produced an ace last time. Munar.
Yeah, drop shot was perfect.
Second serve was a little iffy, but he regrouped well.
Courageous to play the drop shot.
Well, it was, and positioned himself perfectly after it, just nudging forward, able to deal with the pickup from Martínez. Just apologising for this time second serve. Well, he found a first serve, and it turned out to be a really effective return. I think just hitting one of those patches on the court where there's a clump of clay.
Third chance. But it was there for him.
Just didn't quite manage to get the right contact point. Jumped up maybe a little more off the court than he was expecting.
So close. In the end, the persistence pays off for Munar. Couldn't quite put him away, could he?
Ventaja Munar.
And the net cord there as well. Been too many that have gone over, tended to stay on the same side. He's done a good job here. Munar's been under real pressure.
Yeah, no wonder we hear the vamos. He was on the brink there, 3 break points. He's unscathed and he's back in front, 4-3.
Epic game, that one. And he's done well there. Must frustrate Martínez, who had those opportunities. Struggled to find many first serves. Able to pull out a couple of big ones.
he's kept on an even keel despite missing opportunity after opportunity. But he played the big points well then. Courageous with the drop shot. Consistent enough. I don't think there'll be a whole host of players who'll follow him in his kit design.
Strange design, isn't it?
Yes, be interesting to see what the feedback is. But Martínez battling away. Not sure I need to see that, but there you go. No breaks so far in this second set.
Oh.
Tape.
Yeah. Nailing it back down. Full-time job for them this week.
Zero 15. Love 15.
An aberration. A bit of light emerging here for Munar.
Iguales. 15 all.
First signs that it may be getting to him.
I was just going to say, I mean, he's kept a good attitude throughout with the amount of opportunities he's created and really been able to take advantage of them.
Again, things beginning to conspire against him.
Well, even though it's probably been Martínez that's complained a little more about the court, I think there's been some rougher bounces for Munar. I mean, that one shot right up at him.
Seven. 40-15.
got lucky there. The way it's been going, you'd have backed it to come back his side, but not that time.
40-30.
I've seen many of those where it has
40-30.
jumped up and gone over.
Senhoras e senhores, cortesia aos jogadores, celulares em silencioso. Gracias. Juego Martínez.
Did everything he possibly could, Munar, but it wouldn't happen for him. Nifty work from Martínez, and this could be a difficult game now for Munar, who might just feel that it's not going to be his day.
There is a chance, isn't there? I've seen him show a few signs of frustration. To try and keep his head, as he has done really throughout the match, even though the opportunities have been and gone.
Did well. There were some hammer blows there from Martínez, but Munar hung tough.
Did very well. Good ball striking from Martínez. I think anticipated where that ball was going to go, and he's actually done a pretty good job. Martínez has come forward just to make life awkward.
Really piling on the power in this game, isn't he, Martínez?
Taking his chances, I guess.
15-all.
In some ways, given the scoreline, put some pressure on here, put himself in a position to close things out. Munar perhaps will be aware of that as well. Cause him to tighten up.
Yeah. Good anticipation, but he was rather fed there, wasn't he, by Munar?
He was,
15-30.
although he closed the volley down well.
15.
Martínez was already on his way, knew exactly where he was going to go. It allowed him to have enough time to be able to produce that lob.
Really solid play from Martínez. And here are 2 break points. Gets one of them, he serves for the match.
15-40.
Great width on the forehand. I mean, Munar doing a really good job of just putting it back into play. Been proactive in this game.
It's 1 out of 6 on break points. Oh, what a way to change all that. Shot of the match, the most important shot of the match. And he will serve for the match after that.
Martínez leads by 5 games.
5 games to 4 for Martínez. And he really was giving it plenty of welly in that game, wasn't he?
He was. I mean, he did take advantage of a couple of slightly slower serves from Munar, and he was rewarded. Munar, they're throwing in the serve volley tactic, but Martínez was more than ready for it. Some return to be able to finally get the breakthrough.
A game away from his first tour-level quarter-final of 2022. Second round in Sydney, second round in the Australian Open, second round in Cordoba, second round in Buenos Aires, and the second round in Rio last week. Beaten by Diego Schwartzman. He can change that here. Not the best close-up. It's been a hard gruel. Match that's lasted just a minute shy of 2 hours. He really could cut that out. Serving for the match. Got a bit tight, didn't he, when he was serving for the first set? I wonder if he will here. That will be in Munar's mind.
Forehand was a makeable one. Maybe signs that there is some tension, which is normal. So just get himself over the line. He's played his best tennis throughout this one.
Well, he really went for that, but just overcooked it.
Love 30.
It's getting the balance, isn't it? I mean, the last game where he broke, it was down to the fact that he took the ball on, took his chances. First couple of points here, he's just been a little tight with the first one, then over-pressing the second point. Good placement again with the serve.
15-30.
Split second of anguish where wondered whether the Munar shot was going to creep over. Would have been a tricky volley. Just clipped the net. There was a present.
Hasn't really mixed the serve up too much. Feel could have done a little more on return.
Terrific shot. Gave him the space a little bit, didn't he?
40.
Martínez was unaware of where Munar had held his court position. Put himself in the exact right spot.
So break point. But remember, he's 0 out of 5 on break points. Not enough loft on the club, and Munar does break back. Finally, he gets the break when he really needed it.
Well, you can understand the reaction. He's done well to keep things contained, because the way he responded there, just showing that there's definitely been some frustration that he hasn't been able to take the opportunities he's created. In the final moment, he's been able to do it.
Settle. 15 love.
Be interesting to see how Martínez does respond here. Got to be feeling the frustration. Needs to quite quickly regroup.
Certainly didn't back off that forehand.
15 iguales. 15 all.
Maybe a bit of extra venom behind that because of what happened in the previous game. Emphatic hitting from Munar.
$30-15. 30-15. Iguales.
Ooh.
So close.
Can't believe it.
30 all.
It's a familiar sight, hammering away, but back it comes, his side, and here's another chance for Martínez to break for the second successive time. 2 out of 7 now on break points.
Iguales.
Went for the serve volley tactic again. Cost him when he was broken before. Gutsy stuff from him.
Was that an apology?
It was.
Ventaja Munar.
What part of the racket did this hit? Top of the frame.
What a time to get that bit of luck. Said he's not had the best of luck in this match, but he's had a couple of slices in this set.
Juego Munar.
So danger averted.
Munar gana 6 juegos a 5. Munar leads by 6 games to 5.
Martínez, who served for the match, will now have to serve to stay in this second set.
Tiempo, por favor.
We have to say he's done really well. Just to keep his head there. He's had opportunities that he hasn't taken, and he's been under pressure there. I mean, Martínez, you feel, should have really wrapped this one up. It's the best game from him, trying to close it out. Munar's put himself in a really good position here.
Grueling match for him. It was easy in the first round against Daniel Elahi Galan of Colombia. He won that 1 and 3, but he's going to feel this if he can make it through. Because if he can make it through, it's going to be a 3-hour match, this one, for Munar. We've been going over 2 hours.
Tiempo.
Martínez down at 5-6 now. Played swiftly across, summarily dealt with.
0-15. Low 15.
Anywhere near close. Munar 2 points from taking this to a deciding set.
I think he wasn't happy with the bounce. Ball flew.
Fault.
Too good. Munar seizing his chance and having got a break finally after over 2 hours
0-40.
in Martínez's previous service game. A chance now for a second break and to take this set.
Low
3
14.
chances. Well played. What a bizarre point. Underarm serve, then plenty of power. Lovely touch at the end.
Oh, what a point. I mean, that was out of the blue, and I think that was a sign of frustration. He just threw that one in. Munar doing a good job to react to it. What a point.
Fantastic. Martínez throwing everything at him, but he stood up to it. And a magnificent pass at the end. And after 2¼ hours, we're in for a third set here on the central court. And that was special at the end.
Well, it was. I mean, that's a big effort from him there, because he has had so many opportunities throughout the match and finally able to level things up. And Martínez will be frustrated with his serving numbers. They dropped off in that set. He was under much more pressure. He too had a fair few break points that he didn't convert, and Munar able to take one more, and that was key. It's going to be really interesting, the start of this third set, to see where Martínez is, how he responds after the disappointment of not being able to close it out.
See out of the corner of her eye, Martínez leaving the court. He's taken a long time to decide to leave.
I think it's going to be quite a while before we see the first point of the third. Munar left a while ago. I mean, he ran off the court.
Maybe Martínez has been told there's going to be some more repairs on the court, and it could take a while, or maybe he just took it out of his own hands. Got lucky there. There's the finish. What a finish it was. Djokovic-like, wasn't it? So this is going to be a huge effort in the third set. 2 hours and 16 minutes we've been going. And it's been a real war of attrition, hasn't it? You know, they haven't been the longest rallies, but several of them have been pretty long. But a lot of the match has been played at full stretch.
It has been some long games, and we've seen a fair few momentum shifts. You do feel that Munar deserved taking this the distance.
Your thoughts now? I fancy slightly Munar.
I do. I think it's going to be really interesting to see where Martínez's head is at. It started a little slow, Munar, with the first opportunities to break. Then there was a patch from Martínez where he played some really good tennis, getting forward successfully, using the drop shot well. He was the one controlling quite a lot of the points. We saw a few more errors from Munar. But since getting a little tight trying to close out that opening set, it's been up and down, and Munar's been the one that's been more consistent with his form. And I think the way that he actually didn't let it affect him, the chances that he created that he couldn't take, it's a good sign. Mentally in a slightly better place than his opponent, perhaps.
So a new shirt, but unfortunately the same shorts.
Yeah.
But he should be very happy with what he produced at the end there,
¿Cuántos cambios pueden haber más?
because it has been a frustrating match.
Sí. Solo uno más puede, ¿no?
So as we suspected, we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer for Pedro Martínez. Time for the staff to do some work on the court.
Martínez took his bag. So you suspect that it's going to be a full kit change for him and a big reset as well. Try and come out fresh for the third. Forget about what happened in the second.
Court looks in better shape now. To see how it plays. Takes a lot out of himself, doesn't he, Munar, with the way he plays. Really explodes into shots.
He's physical. I mean, he does move well around the court. We've seen variety from him, playing from the back of the court, also getting forward. Similar to his opponent.
So it's a lengthy delay. We're allowed 3 minutes, aren't they, in the cubicle?
No, pueden haber dos cambios. 6-5 tercero, ¿no?
From when they get there.
Porque estos 22, ahora los tres primeros, cambio de bolas. 2-1, 6-5 es 9 juegos otra vez. O sea, pues envía una raqueta más, porfa.
I don't think he's questioning the time. My Spanish is not as good as it should be.
He doesn't seem phased at all.
Una raqueta más, porfa. ¿La dejo ahí en la esquina?
More hammering going on.
Purposeful walk. He's going off too. Oh no.
Let's get that one restrung.
Real contrast to his opening match, which was a cakewalk. Had a real battle last week against Alcaraz, but it was early on in the week. Took him to 3 sets, which was no mean feat, because the guy's playing phenomenal tennis.
He really is winning in Rio. He's left the wrong frame there. Swap those over. He's got time though.
Plenty of
Sign
time.
of his opponent.
I haven't put a clock on it, but this has taken, since the end of the second set, this is quite bizarre.
I think because he's
¿Ha salido ya o no?
maybe asked for saying that it's a kit change. I mean, it was a fairly slow walk off the court.
Yeah.
A good few minutes after Munar had run off. As I say, I mean, he's not bothered at all. He's starting to wonder if he's coming back.
Yeah, the wind's got up, getting quite cloudy. But it's warm out there, it's 25, 26 degrees. But rules have been put into place to stop this kind of thing. But
But they don't actually start the clock until you reach the bathroom. So it takes you 10 minutes to get there.
yeah, so there needs to be more rules then.
Here he is.
patchy at the end of the second set. That through most of the second set, it was patchy.
It was, and we're trying to close out the first set as well.
Los games para el cambio de bolas.
Set final. Al servizio Munar.
So into set number 3 we go. The winner of the second started.
Quince 0. 15 love.
Another bad choice.
Well, 2 in a row, and not really been a shot that has worked for him since that patch in the opening set. Well, we did see some great touch from him, the drop shot and the volleys.
He got lucky there, Martínez.
Off the line. Munar did really well just to keep it in play.
30-15.
I think he probably knows he's got to get back to basics.
Very few spectators have started this third set. It's a difficult one. 2 people from the same country is never easy for spectators to get involved, pick a side. Lack of spectators means that the atmosphere's pretty dead. Yet they're sweating buckets out there. So break point for Martínez.
30-40.
Two out of 8 on break points now. Well played. A volley full of authority. Martínez gets off to a lead, which didn't look likely after the first couple of points.
Didn't at all. I mean, Munar there is going to be furious with himself because Martínez trying the drop shot and berated himself for doing so. I mean, he then got a little lucky with the forehand that hit the line, but it was pretty loose from Munar there to quite quickly hand his opponent the advantage in this third, having done a brilliant job to level things.
Sentar-se rapidamente, por favor.
Certainly takes his time. But he's got his nose in front again.
Jugadores listos, por favor. Quince, 7. 15 love. Serra. Touch love. Seven.
A real dip there from Munar.
Quarenta, 15. 40, 15. Martínez.
Yeah. Poor error, and Martínez moves to 2-love. News from Dubai that the world #1 Novak Djokovic is out. He's been beaten in the quarter-final by Jiri Vesely from the Czech Republic, and in straight sets. 6-4, 7-6.
Huge win for Vesely. Real shock there.
Really clever final shot. After those two aberrations at the start of the resumption, he's now making some very clear-headed decisions.
Was much better time to use it there. You felt in that opening game he was trying to get the point done, but that time constructed it well, aware where Munar was behind the baseline.
Iguales.
Oh, he's just missed that. And some return.
15-all. Trenta, 15. 30-15.
Again, very clear-headed, knew exactly what he wanted to do and executed perfectly.
Smart return. Good depth and pace on it.
Really should have made that. He knows it.
30-40.
Now Martínez has got a chance for another break, and he's starting to get the breaks now.
Good pressure there from Munar.
Iguales. Deuce.
Still chatting away, Martínez. Been happy with a number of things in this match.
Ventaja Munar.
Not that time from Martínez, and crucially for Munar, he hangs on there. At the moment it's going Martínez's way. He had to hold there.
We did. I mean, that was a massive game. I mean, some blow for him. He sat here at love 3 down. Shouldn't really be a breakdown. But given the way that Martínez still is looking unsettled, as he has throughout most of the match, really, Munar will feel that he can get himself back in this one. It's still tough to pick, isn't it? And almost expected an early break from Munar.
Absolutely, that's the way I was leaning. Martínez quickly got himself together. Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's absolutely in the balance now. I still think there could be a twist or two left in this. He takes so much out of himself. I don't know how much he's got left, but he's a strong guy.
Well, he is. I've been impressed with his mentality.
Training at the Nadal Academy in Mallorca, he's probably picked up that never say die attitude that Nadal has.
We've talked a lot about that. It's really helped him to see how Nadal goes about things, and also the help and advice that he's been given from Rafa.
Quince 0. 15 love. Igualas.
Not quite there.
It was another good move.
15 all.
Too much of a swing on the volley, and it had already dropped below the level of the net to get there a little earlier.
Much left behind there.
30-15.
There was a period in the second set where he just seemed to lose his timing, lose the venom, but the forehand's really back now.
And back to pushing forward, coming to the net, which we saw him do really well in the opening set. Consistently use that wide serve.
40-15.
Munar hasn't overall been able to do too much about it, although he's well aware chances are it is going to go wide on both sides. That's been the preference for him. Been a call.
He's pretty confident. And Maya agrees.
40-30.
Third double.
Iguales. Deuce.
Another distraction.
Wasn't happy about someone applauding his mistake. I think he knows that that was a very makeable forehand, and it's far from straightforward for him.
There was a chance.
Ventaja.
Real chance. Moved around to use his forehand, but got the timing all wrong. We've seen that happen a little too often from Munar.
Juego Martínez.
Yeah, raises the fist, lengthens the lead. Serving coming to his aid there.
Gana 3-1.
A two-game cushion.
To 1.
Changes racket.
No shortage of willingness from Martínez. I thought he was going to nail that into the corner.
I think he did as well from his reaction.
Yeah, really good. Onto that in a flash. Change of pace, not a problem.
Hasn't affected him at all. Really good footwork and bracket head speed.
Zero. Forty love. Juego Munar.
Great serving. And heads up play, and he still looks like a guy who thinks he's got a major chance of turning this around and making a quarter-final.
3 games to 2.
We think from the body language that he was a breakup. It has been impressive, his attitude. He's got his racket back. He's sent off to the stringer. For the long haul.
He's definitely got a bit of the Rafa attitude, hasn't he?
Well, he has, and it's kept him in this match. Martínez, who has been up and down at times with his level, and he's let the distractions get into his head. But he's still got the advantage here. It's been an interesting match. Still maybe tough to pick who's going to come through this one.
We're calling this if we expect there to be a reverse along the way. It may not happen, but looking at him, he does not look like a loser.
Positive stride up and out of the chair.
Fourth double. Careless, having worked so hard to get back in the rally. Terrific lob.
It's getting checked here. Clearly long. I agree. I mean, he's done a really good job to keep himself in the point. Some volley tactic from Martínez thrown in there.
15-all.
Mixing it up well, Munar there.
15-30. 15-38.
Still full of positive thoughts. Oh, what a shot. Right into his wheelhouse, but didn't he execute it well?
Perfect place to go.
15-40.
Slides into that open stance. Great balance and control.
15-40.
Martínez was expecting that to go cross court. Snuck it in behind him.
2 break points. He's 2 out of 8 now on break points.
Net for service.
Oh, well played at a time like that. That was real confidence, wasn't it? 2 break points down.
We changed direction with where he went with the overhead. He made that mistake when he was trying to close out the match, went back to Munar. Time going into the forehand side.
Net for service.
Has he seen the mark? Can't have been out by much, but it's so critical it has to be checked. Out it is, and Munar has broken. It seemed to be on the cards.
It did. And once again, I mean, full marks to him, the way that he's conducted himself, how he's kept a really good attitude throughout this match. And it's certainly paid off. Any frustration at all about getting broken early, and he backed himself to be able to break back.
3 minutes short of 3 hours. Locked together. A set all, 3-all.
Settle. 15 love.
Beautifully timed. And even the fleet-footed Martínez can't get to that.
30 love. 30-15. 30-15. Net, primeiro serviço.
Quite. Martínez taking the law into his own hands with the move forward there.
30 iguales.
Last couple of points it's worked. It's just an extra bit of pressure on Munar, who
30.
for a moment I thought he was going to pull that backhand off, but just couldn't quite get it back into play. A little more pressure here. That's a bonus.
40-30. 40-30.
Martínez's coach there looking a little concerned.
Iguales, Dios.
Certainly not been many quick games. Both have had to really battle hard when serving. A lot of breakpoint opportunities on both sides. Similar sort of return.
Ventaja, Munar.
Looked sloppy, didn't it?
The fatigue is starting to come into it. Been out here a while. It has been pretty physical.
Juego Munar. Munar gana 4 juegos a 3. He leads 4
So he
games.
moves in front, 4-3.
Porque la salud es importante.
In fact, he's
Debemos cuidarnos
in front
de las medidas sanitarias impuestas por
for the first time
No olvides
in
usar tu máscara
nearly 3 hours.
en boca y nariz. Respeta el distanciamiento social. No comas en las zonas de canchas y
I mean, overall, I feel like he's played the better tennis. He's kept a good mindset throughout. I think that's made a difference. I think that's what's got him in this position. Martínez will be frustrated that he's let the lead slip. He's certainly not played his best tennis and has shown his frustrations throughout the match.
He's got his eye on you.
He's taking it all in, isn't he? goes on at the change of ends.
Yeah, I would be surprised, you know, in Mallorca, where they train together, maybe. You could go toe-to-toe with Rafa in the gym, I think. This guy, he's got immense strength, hasn't he? Rafa's is there to see. It's very obvious how strong he is. We've seen it for 2 decades. But Munar, understated. And the amount of work that he puts into his shot make, his forehands.
Well, the way he moves around the court and some of the balls that he's been able to put back into play and out of the corners as well, he's shown how strong and balanced he can be. And you can see the talent, and I do feel that he's going to start making the right moves. Quite a lot of matches last year, particularly at challenger level. I think certainly it's going to be a good year for him.
Yeah, perfect timing.
15-0, 15, love. Play led, play led.
Yeah, something happened at the back of the court, yeah.
Well, no, the umbrella on
the camera.
Is it on the camera or the... I'm sure he knows where it is. Oh, it is on that camera. Just fell off there.
It's a 0, 15, love. Net, primeiro serviço.
Just getting a little ragged now, you can understand it.
Touch love.
And he's starting to look really tired. Both of them put in a huge amount of work in this match.
I think physically and mentally, with so many different shifts, and they've both created opportunities. It starts to wear on you. Checked as well. Martínez didn't seem convinced. This could be close. Just missed. He's been out of the chair a number of times.
Yeah, he's accommodating, isn't he?
Yeah. Again, just as well showing how close they've hit it to the lines.
Juego Martínez.
Much better for Martínez that time.
4 games over.
A good game there from him, and just signalling as well to his coach that now's the time to really put the pressure on.
15-0.
He changed his mind on playing the drop shot, or whether he was just trying to play with disguise and mix things up. Slice forehand.
Good
pace on that
Very
serve.
low.
Frustration from Martínez.
And there'll be more frustration after that. He is starting to look a little tired. Totally understandable.
Net, primer serviço. Juego Munar.
So love service game for Jaume Munar.
Juegos a 4. Munar leads by 5
Martínez will serve to stay in this match. The match he looked as if he'd have comfortably in his pocket after the first set, but it hasn't turned out that way.
Don't forget he's served to close it out. But even the opening set, he seemed to tighten up slightly. Took a bit of time to get over the line. Munar, who's actually looked pretty relaxed, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's an engaging individual with the perfect mindset. Yeah, he's looked odds against for most of the 3 hours we've been going. But he's a game away from taking this now. Looks really relaxed.
He's getting watched, isn't he?
He's taking it all in, the kid. They have some of the youngest ball kids in the world,
Yeah.
don't they?
Bit of a mission for them, being able to keep that umbrella high enough.
Yeah. So Martínez then will be serving
Sentarse rapidamente, por
to
favor.
stay in this match.
Jogadores listos.
Launching forehand after forehand at him, but Martínez holding up there.
15-0.
That forehand up the line, had a lot of work on it. Martínez doing well just to stay in the point, and Munar making it clear that he's going to go after this game, try and take things into his own hands.
really well timed on a double-hander, which is playing an increasing part in this match.
Oh, it is. I thought we'd see it a little more often.
Touch-love.
Really well constructed point, change of direction, and gave him the chance to get forward once more. A couple of points from Martínez.
Very well played.
40-0. 40-love.
It's a very impressive game from Pedro Martínez. Through all the tiredness, clear thinking and excellent execution.
The pressure back on Munar here. He certainly went after the opening point, but from then on in, it's a very clinical game from Martínez. Impressive given the scoreline, how long they've been out here.
Low 15.
Did you get it?
I think so.
Yeah, it did. Just wiping away the clay. I think it may have cleaned the line before he did.
I guess he's owed a few.
15 all.
Martínez has a couple that have shot off the line.
Martínez quick to
15.
look to get the upper hand. Now a promising position emerging. Oh yeah, it was a really good shot. Wasn't far away. May have just gone inside the line, I think.
It was not easy to deal with there. Been pretty much sent the drive volley back to Martínez. He kept his focus well, just able to direct it off the court, placed perfectly.
Quite. Had the courage of his convictions there, Munar, but just a centimetre or two long.
30-40.
And here's break point for Martínez.
Celulares em silencioso, por favor.
3 out of 10 on break points. Away it goes, and Martínez strikes again. And he's got another chance to serve out for this match.
Martínez leads by 6 games to 5.
About an hour and a quarter after he served for the match in the second set, he's got a chance to do it again.
He didn't put in the best game. He's got another chance. It's the errors once more from Munar really in that last game that cost him. We've had so many twists in this match.
A little bit of coaching going on, I think.
The eye contact. Serve percentage in this set has been a little low for him. He'll be hoping to land a decent amount in this game.
One of the downsides of getting close-ups is you see so much spitting. And he's a regular spitter, isn't he?
He is.
Doesn't make great telly. Can he get it together now?
Tiempo.
Faltered last time. Can he come through it this time? Oh, what on earth happened there?
15-0.
What a bounce.
Went up like a rocket.
Didn't it? Straight up in the air. It's brutal for Munar.
15 off.
Such a confident volley.
Brilliant volley and a good move. Confident move behind that forehand. He really did carve underneath the volley.
He went for it. And he's made quite a few. You can understand why he felt the need.
I think he's got to. I think he's got to go after it. Back himself. That didn't miss by much.
Great defense from Munar. And finally, he's able to attack Martínez.
Good pressure. And again,
30 iguales.
credit to him, how he's kept his head throughout this match.
Pedro.
Had to deal with a fair amount and certainly fending off a lot of heat there. Martínez once again going after it.
Violation warning, Mr. Martínez.
Finally a warning. I think Munar's been close to getting a warning too. Again, extraordinary defense from Jaume Munar. It sums up his performance in this match, doesn't it? That 1 point.
I mean, it was a similar scenario when Martínez tried to close out the match in the second set. Same sort of point, couldn't put the overhead away, and just wonder whether it might have been better just letting it bounce. Give him a chance to perhaps create a better shot off the bounce smash.
He took the decision to back off.
But it sat there nicely for him.
Iguales.
Just didn't get enough racket head speed. Attack up the back of the ball quite enough there, Munar. Tense moments out here. Let's speed up a bit.
Again, a really good volley.
Smart volley, going back in behind Munar. We've not really seen this play too often. Generally gone cross court with the volley. Time wrong footing Munar.
So after saving break point, it's match point for Martínez. And he's got there. What an ordeal. But he finally makes it through. Huge contest. But it's the number 4 seed who prevails. 3 hours and 29 minutes. Some match.
Unbelievable match. I mean, what a battle between the two players who know each other so well. I mean, there were so many twists in it. I mean, there was really not much between them. And we'll see that in the numbers, but Pedro Martínez did a really good job of being able to finally get himself over the line. You can see very similar with the serving numbers and the break points as well, but Martínez able to just sneak one more break. 4 out of 11 there. I mean, tough for Munar, who really did have an excellent attitude throughout the match. And I think probably the fact that he got broken so early in the third set, having been able to level it, cost him. He had a little bit too much to do, even though he got the break back. But Martínez worked hard for that one.
Huge contest. One that'll take an awful lot out of Pedro Martínez. Remember, he'll play the winner of our next match, Yannick Hanfmann of Germany and Thiago Zebocz of Brazil. But, I wonder if he's got a lot of words here as we await to hear from Pedro Martínez.
Pedro, spectacular match today, a 3.5-hour match. Unbelievable fighting spirit. You took the first set. You were serving 5-4 in the second set. Third set, you were up a break, got broken back, kept your composure. Tell us a little bit how you were able to close all that out.
Well, we are same age from Spain. We were playing since we were young. We know each other a lot, so it could happen on a match that it comes and it goes down. Like it has many ups and downs, and it was the match. I had the chance to win my serve on the second serve for the 5-4, and I didn't make it. And after that, he started playing better. And on the third set, I just tried to do what I was doing at the beginning, and he played good, I played good, and any of us could win the match.
This is your first quarterfinal appearance in 2022. This is your first appearance here at the Chile Open. How do you feel is favoring your conditions here, considering that Rio is probably slower, Buenos Aires is slower?
Yes, the conditions are quite different. I've been here since Friday, I think, of the last week, so I had time to prepare the match and to get used to these conditions. It's different, but I really like to play here. I've been 3 years ago, and I had good feelings here, and I hope I can do it tomorrow also.
Well, congratulations, and see you next round.
Thank you.
Huge effort from Pedro Martínez and for Jaume Munar. But it is Martínez who goes through, and he will play the winner of our next match. The wild card, Thiago Zebocz of Brazil. And then he will take on Yannick Hanfmann of Germany. And that will not be far away. So confirmation, that's what we have next. Zebocz against Hanfmann, and then the night matches. Matias Puccinelli de Almeida of Brazil against Miomir Kecmanovic, and Christian Garin of Chile, the #1 seed, will take on Alejandro Tabilo, his Chilean compatriot, in our final match.